With Epic Universe now open in Orlando, you may be itching to check out all the new rides, lands, and experiences.
But should you wait a little bit longer before you book your vacation, or should you scratch that itch ASAP?
This is Jen and Ryan from Everest Travels. We recently returned from a full day inside Epic Universe, took advantage of the early park admission, ate food in all 5 universes, and now we're here to share our thoughts on if you should pack up the car and head right away, or maybe wait a bit before you book your tickets.
One of the main reasons you might want to go to Epic Universe right away is the brand new attractions with a lot of cutting edge things. The Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry is probably the most anticipated attraction. What I will say about that, it isn't a guarantee that you'll be able to get to it. There is a virtual queue going into it. So, well, yes, it is spectacular. Yes, it is a must see ride. You might not be able to go to it even if you're there first thing in the morning. Once the virtual queue opens up, you kind of leave it a little bit up to Lady Luck to be able to score a spot. And if you do seemingly score a spot, you then also need to make sure that you can actually secure it, because if you've gone to Epic Universe over the preview period or in the early stages, you'll probably see the screen a lot saying this slot is no longer available. If the only reason you want to go to Epic Universe is to go to that new Harry Potter ride, you might want to wait a bit. But besides that, there are a lot of other great rides.
Mario Kart was truly an amazing experience. Celestial Park has some great places to check out too. It really is a beautiful land. It truly is such a majestic, calming space. The Constellation Carousel, while it may be just a carousel, is so beautiful, so relaxing. It's such a cool experience. I would go with that, especially at night. That park alone is gorgeous.
Stardust Racers. Oh man, if you are a roller coaster fan, you do not want to miss it. And you can go on it twice and experience two completely different experiences. Yeah, there are a lot of great attractions. Just don't put all your eggs into one basket, because there are chances early on that that ride could close down. There could be some technical difficulties that they're sorting out. But if one ride is down, there's still plenty more to see and do.
Something else to consider, and another reason why I may want to wait before going to this park, is the high attendance and crowds. As it is a new attraction, the park is expected to draw large crowds, which leads to longer wait times and potentially a more hectic experience. We were there on one of the preview days and it was busy. Entering Mario World alone, while it was beautiful, it was filled with everyone from their grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, uncle, cousin. Everyone was there. It was a busy, busy spot.
We did go during the early preview hour, meaning only a couple of attractions and a couple of rides were open, but they were some of the more popular rides that people would gravitate towards. So it was great to get there early. If you are going out of the gate, maybe trying to find a way into that early admission area where you stay at a Universal hotel. But once the park does open up, your Donkey Kong Minecart Madness, your Mario Kart might get up to 110, 120-minute waits, which is a long time to spend just standing around after spending hundreds of dollars to get into the park. I don't foresee a low crowd day over the next year or so. If you do want to do as many rides and attractions as you can in one single day, you might just want to wait until the wait times and the crowds die down just a little bit.
Now, one of our favorite worlds at Epic Universe was Super Nintendo World, which was wow. It really felt like you were in a video game. It was so cool. The land alone is so interactive and immersive. There's little blocks that you boop open. There's character meet and greet. I mean, the whole place, you could just hang out there and not go on any of the rides and still have a good time. But it's also home to some of the best rides, I think, in the park. One being Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. That alone, amazing. The ride was fun. The line to get in, amazing. You got to go into Bowser's lair and see little funny things. Like that alone was great. Especially if you're a fan, you're gonna have so much fun there. Minecart Madness was such a fun ride. It was not that scary. If you're scared of roller coasters, it was not scary at all, but it was so much fun. So this is definitely a plus when it comes to Epic Universe.
It's hard not to know what Nintendo or Mario or Donkey Kong is in this day and age, but if you had no knowledge whatsoever going into it, you would still say, wow, when you first saw the land. It is amazing. You walk in through Princess Peach's castle, and then you're instantly transported inside the video game. There's nothing else like this in any other theme park in the world. Super Nintendo World has to be hands down my favorite land that I've ever visited, and that's a reason for me to go on day one if I could. A reason why I wouldn't want to go, and we've kind of alluded to this already, is the operational challenges. It is still a new park. They are still stress testing a lot of the rides, and with that, you might experience some longer wait times or some ride shutdowns. When we were there, we went on Donkey Kong Minecart Madness, and we expected a 105-minute wait time, which of course is still a long time, but then halfway through the queue, the ride shut down, and they didn't give us an idea on when it would reopen.
And we are unable to determine an estimated time when mine carts can begin running again. Thank you for your patience and understanding.
We were debating whether or not we should leave the line or stay in it and stick it out. We did decide to stay in it, which we're glad we did because the wait time stayed high throughout the entire day. But after 30 minutes of not knowing if the ride would or wouldn't reopen, it did eventually reopen and we were able to get on the ride, and it was one of our favorites of the day. The Harry Potter ride that we already talked about, it did have a virtual queue. We tried to get in on the day that we were there. Even after we nabbed some tickets, the ride actually ended up being closed for a majority of the day. So we didn't get a ride, and not a lot of people did. But again, we didn't set aside our whole day for just that one ride.
Now, another reason why you'd want to go to the parks ASAP is to see their innovative themed lands. At Epic Universe, you get to discover unique areas like the Dark Universe, featuring classic Universal monsters, and there's the Isle of Berk from How to Train Your Dragon, offering an immersive environment and attraction. This is probably one of the first theme parks where you go to each of the land and you feel like you're in it. When we got to the Dark Universe, I got spooked. Like everything around you felt scary. There was like creepy violin lady playing creepy music. There was this well that was honestly actually the best part of Dark Universe. It was kind of bringing out some cool water to us, but it was kind of creepy too. Just the whole vibe was creepy. It was weird because we were just at Nintendo World where it was so fun and colorful, and then like the mood just changed. They really did a really great job at setting the mood in each world. At Isle of Berk, our daughter is a big fan of Hadria Dragon, and the moment we entered, she was like, "Oh, this is where Hiccup's from." She felt like she was in the movie. It was really nice. They did a really good job of creating these worlds.
If you go to theme parks in Orlando a lot, you know all about Universal Studios, Isle of Adventure, and all the places in Disney World. And what they do a lot is they blend their different areas in together. It's almost like you're walking through and it's a seamless transition. Here, they don't dilly dally with that. It's a matter of once you walk through that portal, it's just bam, you are in Nintendo Land. Bam, you are in the Isle of Berk. It's very stimulating. You really do feel you're transporting yourself to different areas, and each area has its own unique vibe. It's a unique experience that I really have not experienced at any other park. But with all this being said, it is tough to cram it all into one day. Chances are you will need more than one day if you want to see and do and eat it all. It's a pretty good sized park, and if you want to ride all the rides, check out all the unique food, go to all the shows, one day probably isn't enough.
Now, perk to come to the park ASAP, you'll get to be among the first to explore the park's offering and have bragging rights in your friend group. Now, that's one thing that we enjoyed was being one of the first ones to enter this brand new park. We were able to be kind of part of history in a way and get to check things out, have an opinion about it, share it with you guys, share it with our family and friends. Many years from now, you get to say, "Hey, I was there when it first opened."
What's not cool about going early on, though, is premium pricing. A ticket to Epic Universe is not the same price as a ticket to Universal Studios or the Islands of Adventure. If you just want to go there for one day, just at Epic Universe, it's going to set you back around $139 for an adult, which is a $30 increase from your regular one-day ticket to Universal Studios or the Isles of Adventure. If you really want to go for it. But I'm sure eventually that price will come in line with all the other theme parks for just a one-day ticket.
One of the main reasons why we decided to go was because we were in Orlando. We rarely get down to this area, and previews just happened to open to the public while we were visiting. Because of that, we thought it was a no-brainer to visit the park.
We wouldn't go out of our way to travel thousands of miles just to go to see this park at this point in time if we weren't there we probably would have waited a couple of years. If you have to travel a far way, I'd probably recommend waiting a year or so for things to die down.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe for more Epic Universe videos.
And while you're here, let us know in the comments what your most anticipated ride or favorite ride, if you've already visited, is at Epic Universe.